Snow showers and snow squalls slowly begin to wind down across the Bluegrass State, but I'm tracking another bigger round for the weekend. That's just ahead.
The case of a state senator charged with DUI could be going to trial.
Lexington police are looking for 2 people accused in an overnight home invasion and shooting.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 4:30.
Good afternoon. Sam, Dick, and Amber Philpott reporting a cold day out there with a sharp wind that will just cut right through you, and that's just the start.
Yes, snow showers will be moving into the Bluegrass for our weekend. Let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey to see just how much snow we're expecting for our Valentine's weekend.
And you know what? A lot of the snow showers that are out there now are still causing some issues, so we got to talk about what's going on now before we get too far ahead of ourselves. A little look outside the Mountain Parkway, a brand new cam from near Slade, that is along the Parkway on the Wolf and Powell County line, showing some pretty good weather considering what you had a little earlier in the day. Winter weather advisory is out for eastern and southeastern Kentucky with snow showers and squalls that will continue into those areas, especially getting a few of those into parts of the Bluegrass region. Notice you have kind of the speckled nature to everything that is out there. You have a little quick hitting band of some moderate to heavy snow, then all of a sudden the sun comes out, and then you kind of rinse and repeat, do it all over again. That's what we're talking about when we have snow showers and squalls. This is slowly beginning to taper off across the I-64 corridor, though some of those showers now popping back up across the Lexington metro, including into the downtown Lexington area. We've been seeing one of those. Here's one that's not too far away from the Charlesburg subdivision that is heading into parts of Clark County as of now. We can see at least the back edge of that on our live sky cam. So snow showers in. We are tracking an increasing threat for snow for Valentine's Day. That is a much colder system than the one that is out there now. And oh, by the way, eyes are set on early next week, guys. Potential for an even bigger storm system lurking into that Monday through Wednesday time frame. We'll break it all down in a busy period coming up.
Chris, thank you. A state lawmaker charged with DUI wants a trial.
Senator Brandon Smith of Hazard was arrested in Frankfort on the first day of the 2015 legislative session. WKYT's Victor Puente is at the Franklin County Courthouse to tell us what's next in this case. It's our top story at 4:30.
Brandon Smith's attorney tells me he's confident if they can take this case to a jury trial, they'll win. It could be a few months before that trial happens. Between now and then, his client won't be allowed to drive. Smith was stopped in January by Kentucky State Police, who say he was speeding. They arrested him, charged him with DUI, first offense. At his arraignment, Johnson entered a not guilty plea for him. Smith's arraignment was delayed because Johnson had filed a motion asking for the charge to be thrown out because of a rule from 1891 that prevents legislators from being prosecuted. That motion was dismissed at Smith's request. The judge took Smith's license this morning because he refused to submit to a breathalyzer test when he was arrested. But his attorney, William Johnson, says he wasn't refusing. He was trying to contact him first, but ran out of time before the test had to be administered.
Says you've got 10 minutes and no more than 15 to find that lawyer, or you've refused the test. And that's what happened to him. He was trying to reach me and had difficulty with the telephone at the jail.
Smith was told he wouldn't get his license back until this matter was resolved. The date for that jury trial wasn't set in court today. The judge said her calendar was so full they wouldn't be able to schedule it until sometime in April. In Frankfort, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Brandon Smith serves the 30th district. That includes Bell, Breathitt, Johnson, Leslie, Magoffin, and Perry counties.
A Lexington man is accused of sending a naked picture of himself to a young girl on Facebook. Lexington police arrested 40-year-old Herschel Payton yesterday at his home on West 5th Street. Police say the girl told him several times that she was only 12 years old. They say Payton told her he wanted to have sex with her. He was arraigned today. The search continues for 2 suspects accused in a violent late-night home invasion in Lexington. It happened about 11:30 last night on Hillview Place near Versailles Road. Police say a man inside the home was shot in the leg. He's now recovering at UK Hospital, but police say he is not cooperating with their investigation. Investigators were back out at the scene today gathering more evidence. More debate today in Frankfort on a bill that would require some DUI offenders to have a special device to start their cars. It's called an ignition interlock device.
Our Phil Pendleton covered today's hearing and has more on what this will mean for drivers.
The device is basically a breathalyzer that would be installed in the cars of those convicted of DUIs. They would have to physically blow into that device to start their car, and if they were drunk, the car simply wouldn't start. Now, the Senate bill also provides an alternative to those that have had their licenses suspended or taken away because of DUIs. Different versions of this bill have been debated for the past 7 years or so. This bill does have the support of Mothers Against Drunk Drivers and the Kentucky Distillers Association.
This has been proven in all the 24 states that have already made this mandatory. This is the single most effective tool we have to eliminate drunk driving. Is anything 100% effective? No. But in the states that have introduced ignition interlock devices, fatalities have decreased by 30%.
Now, there were some concerns with the bill. One of those was some lawmakers stated that those convicted of DUIs may have been convicted of that because of drug offenses. Others stated they believe that the provision requiring someone to lose their license should be kept in. We'll have much more on the debate at 5:30, but for now in Frankfort, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
And if the bill passes, offenders would have to pay for that device. Federal prosecutors want more autopsies conducted in overdose deaths. Recently, the U.S. Attorney's Office has convicted multiple dealers for overdose deaths by proving that the drug distributed by the dealer caused the death. If convicted, dealers are facing 20 years to life in prison. But to get these convictions, prosecutors say it's ideal to have overdose deaths treated as crime scenes, including an autopsy on the body.
We're always behind the 8 ball, if you will, if we don't have an autopsy.
Amber's at the live desk now with investigative reporter Miranda Combs with more on this story that she's working on for tonight at 6. Amber?
Sam, thank you. So basically, Miranda, we're talking about federal prosecutors. They want to find a way to keep these drug dealers behind bars longer, right?
Right, Amber. This is not a murder charge. This is a trafficking charge with an enhanced sentence on it, so they can get anywhere from 20 years to life in prison, which is a big difference from where it has been in the past.
And so right now, for them to get those stronger sentences, they need the help of these first responders that are people that are on the scene working these cases, right?
Right. Apparently, a lot of times overdose deaths are treated as accidents, and they lose a lot of evidence in that time, those first couple of hours when it happens. So what they want is they want them to be treated as crime scenes, and they also want autopsies done, because autopsies can help them prove beyond a reasonable doubt that that drug is what caused that person's death.
Sure. And of course, this involves many of these county coroners where this is happening, and you talked to several different ones, right?
Yeah, it was interesting. We talked to Scott County's coroner and we talked to Clark County's coroner, and they say they absolutely always treat overdose deaths as crime scenes. However, they had a difference of opinion on the autopsy issue, so we'll talk more about that coming up at 6. I was kind of surprised,
right.
but I see their point.
Gosh, you know, you lose track of how many stories we do on this. It's great, and you know, everybody wants an answer, so this is another something in the pot there for it. Miranda, thank you. That story coming up tonight at 6.
Today marks 1 year since 8 classic cars were swallowed up by a massive sinkhole at the National Corvette Museum in Bowling Green. The sinkhole opened up when the museum was closed and no one was hurt. But the 40-foot wide, 60-foot deep hole became a popular attraction for tourists. Security footage of the floor's collapse has been viewed more than 8 million times on YouTube. The National Corvette Museum has several events planned today to mark that 1-year anniversary.